the gaming streamer Nickmercs has been quite in a lot of controversy, and it all started with this one tweet that he saw on his timeline where some pro-LGBT protesters, no, anti-LGBT protesters attacked the LGBT protesters or something, and it was all to do with like the schools recognizing Pride Month, and yeah, he said they should leave the little children alone. That's the real issue, and yeah, so people weren't really didn't really like that one. Where I believe this is like the new phase girl, but she was previously in Stranger Things, and she just said ill. That tweet's been deleted now, but yeah, which made him address the backlash on stream,
I
where
saw
he
parents
gives no remorse and doubles down. Just watch this.
brawling in front of a fucking school with kids. I just didn't fucking like it. You know, I'm sure a lot of you guys can understand how that video would piss some people off. It pissed me off. Okay. Now, I mean, full transparency. You know, how do I put this? I gotta be very, very careful here. I don't want to piss anybody off. I'm making a lot of people mad. It wasn't my intention. I mean, listen, my wife and I just had a baby. Brand new father. You know, we seeing these kinds of videos. It's sad. You know. But her and I agree that we want to be the ones to talk to our kid about things like that. I'm trying to keep it really simple, just so we don't have to get too crazy about it, because there's nothing to get crazy about. It's just it really is that simple. I think I just have a bigger perspective on this now, being a parent, than I did maybe 2 months ago. So, you know, the video bothered me, and that's I just don't think it's any place for a teacher or a school. I don't think it's the place to speak about things like that. And it's not that I think that it shouldn't be spoken about. If that's what you got from that tweet, then you're just wrong. I don't have any quarrel with anybody in here. I don't have any quarrel with people on the internet. It wasn't an anti, I guess, gay tweet. That wasn't what it was. Now, listen, if you have issues with me or if you have issues with that tweet, then hey, listen, I'm down to agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree. But if you think that I hate you because you're a certain way, you just couldn't be any more wrong. That's not the truth. I've said things in my past. I've done things in my past. We all have. Okay. People grow. People get better. It's part of life, man. Okay. And I've grown a lot as a human being on planet. I'm sure we all have. Okay. I do not feel that way. I just simply feel that I want to be the one and my wife wants to be the one to speak with our child about stuff like that. And that was the tweet. That was the tweet. You can take the tweet if you want, and you can spin it, flip it, quote tweet it. You can put 10 paragraphs on top of it. You can do whatever you want to it to make you feel better if that's what you want to do. But that was the tweet. Okay? So if you came here to hear that, I hope you feel a little better about it. I didn't mean to upset anybody. I know that I did. I'm not apologizing about the tweet because I don't feel like it's wrong. I'm going to stand by what I said. I'm not going to delete the tweet. You know, I just want to make sure everybody understands exactly the point I was trying to make by tweeting my response. You know, and I do want to apologize to Puckett though. I feel like I might have brought a little bit of shit his way, man. I didn't mean to do that. Like I'm saying, man, I look down at that little homie in the other room in there, bro. It's my whole world now. It's a different perspective. I know a lot of you guys know it firsthand, but for those that don't,
And yeah, so in that clip, he has a key point that he doesn't not like the LGBTQ. He just doesn't wish that it should be shoved down children's throats, and he believes that like it will create all sorts of problems in the children's lifestyle, and they like might have regret. They're young, so their brain isn't developed, and they can't make these decisions for themselves. But yeah, and this made Dr. Disrespect respond in his own tweet: "Who's running Call of Duty PR and marketing now? Same people from the Purple Snakes. Pathetic." And he follows up in his own stream
What we got to do.
where he just uninstalls Call of Duty and says he won't be playing it again until the company apologized to Nickmercs or put his DLC back on sale. And yeah, that happened too. That they removed his like pack because they had like a little partnership, I guess.
is uninstall the game. Number one. I mean, don't get a mistaken. This year's Call of Duty is the worst in its franchise. But that decision by COD's PR marketing team, I'll tell you right now, man. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to digest for the two-time. I feel like, A, they either need to apologize publicly to him or reinstate his bundle in order for me to consider playing Call of Duty again.
Anyways, that doesn't really do much because, like, he's already bought the game. You're not really doing much. You just uninstall a game off the computer. Doesn't really do anything, but yeah. Nickmercs thanks the fans for, giving him praise during the time that people were after him. He says, friends are created in good times, but families are built through adversity. Appreciate all of you that have my back, understand my position, and as a new father, and recognize the love I have for all. Ain't no hate in this heart, P&L. And Rumble chimes in, which is the video platform that I'm pretty invested in. I mean, I haven't made a dime off the platform, but, looking forward to see what happens over there. And they just say they stand with him. I'm guessing, like, people are going to attack his sources of income, so he's like, Rumble wants him to come over or something like that, but yeah. Tim the Tap Man gives his own 2 cents on the situation, where he says, Nickmercs has been my friend for years. We went in getting out COD operators together. It feels wrong for me to have mine and him no longer have his. In support of my friend, please remove the Tim the Tap Man bundle at Call of Duty. And WTim becomes trending on Twitter, and people are trying to get a little gotcha moment for Nickmercs saying this. Ohio is the worst state in the country, and Florida is the best state in the country. Next question. Some random response. Florida is ran by an asshat. No way it's the best state in the country. You mean the goat? Keep your dumbass up there in boo-foo-foo land. Cheesy Cinderella has her little comment where she uses a Taylor Swift quote from a song, You Need to Calm Down, which the Stranger Things girl says, an icon, a legend, a super being. Now, as I talked about earlier, Tim wanted his bundle removed as he saw it wasn't fair, and Call of Duty's response was to remove the bundle, so they're bowing down. So yeah, as Rumble is supporting Tim the Tap Man, Steven Crowder had his own thoughts on the situation and says he should come to Rumble.
Let me set the stage. There's this famous gaming streamer, if you're not aware of him. They call him Nickmercs. His name is like Nick Kolchev.
Yeah.
He was canceled on Call of Duty directly by Activision. He said they should leave children alone. That's the real issue in relation to the protests that were taking place in Glendale. They addressed it on their official Twitter saying, due to recent events, we have removed the Nickmercs, this man, operator. We've removed, the operator bundle from Modern Warfare 2, the Warzone store. We are focused on celebrating Pride. Activision is assuming that everyone in the LGBTQ wants kids to be reading gay pornography in their books.
Exactly.
That's what parents are protesting. They're not protesting the fact that you do whatever you want to do in your own bedroom. They're protesting gay porn in the school. There's been a timeline where people left YouTube because of the censorship. They went to Twitch. Twitch said, come on over here. You'll be free to speak and say whatever you want. Then Twitch decided, oh, actually, we want to censor. So now they're going back to YouTube. And so the dance continues. YouTube, Twitch, YouTube, Twitch. There's Rumble right there.
Yeah.
At a certain point, you're going to have to leave that reservation. This could be a watershed moment right now, even if you're not interested in video games. There are a lot of other big streamers who've come out to support him.
Which that last part, it's true, because like people like Mischief came over to Rumble, like ditched Twitch because their policies and the landscape that they're doing is, it's pretty questionable. Very greedy, and that greediness is gonna make them become pretty much poor, but they're funded by Amazon. But it could still mean that they could shut down, because we saw Mixer shut down, and they're like owned by Microsoft, and Microsoft has millions and millions of dollars, but yet still shut down. Company went corrupt.
Article.
Now there's an article that's like a hit piece on Nickmercs, and this is his response to that.
And a bunch of these articles painted me up. A lot of the headlines said anti-LGB. You know, that's what they said. That's what that comment was. It was anti. What? How the fuck was that anti? It had not. It was. It's just, listen. These kids are very young. Can't they just go be kids? Can't they just be children? Got nothing to do with that. I don't know, man. Every headline said that. Did you read them? I was like, yo, Jesus Christ, man. And a bunch of these articles painted me up.
Now, there's conflict between the three streamers. Nickmercs is mad at Hasan Piker for bringing up Dr. Disrespect's past. And these are the related clips that we'll go ahead and watch.
You know, I think up until that week, Hasan and I were pretty cool. And I know he's not going to lose any sleep over our relationship or anything, man. I'm not either. But after hearing him say what he said about Doc, that motherfucker's dead to me. I DM'd him as soon as I heard it, and I said, you know what? Have your opinions. We can agree to disagree. You can say the things that you want to say, of course. But you're going to go up there and say that shit about Doc on his fucking his anniversary, right? It's a guy's anniversary, and you're saying shit like that in front of all those people? You're just going to let that rip? All right. I mean, fuck. You know, I think up until that week.
And this is what he was referencing.
Yes, he's more loyal to Nickmercs having his skin than his own wife. I know. Yes, he's more loyal to that. I mean, he's also more loyal to Shungite, really.
And that is where we are at on the Nickmercs situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Peace.